now that it now than it was during treatment court?
Well, I definitely don't have to, check and see if I have a UA every day, but
You have a baby.
yeah, I'm just like, I have my foundation set and I have my routine, and I was able to create that routine while I was in like the safety of
Yes.
the team's care, and they just help guide me like, hey, you need to do this or you should do this like that, and just getting all that advice, and then like I just had this structured life now that I never really had before. Like I go to work every day and I am a responsible adult, and it's just like,
Absolutely.
that's all I really wanted. But for a lot of us who have suffered with addiction, we have lost ourselves so much that like that was something that was impossible for me to navigate. And so that support was just like, it was truly an answered prayer. I'm so grateful for it. And now I got my daughter Micah back. That was an answered prayer. I never, I was at a point in my life where I wasn't sure if I was ever going to have my children in my life, really, and get to be a mom the way I always envisioned it. But the Lord has restored that relationship in the time.
Absolutely.
And it's been an incredible experience.
So you say their guidance and leaning on God has been like the major
Yes, absolutely.
thing to bring your life back into perspective and give you guidance and
Yes, like I would pray about something, I'd trust in the Lord, and then I would get these people's input, and sometimes they didn't align, and I had to fight for what I believed in, a lot of it. But then they started to see it. They
Yes.
started to see, and then they started to see me, and it was like, I don't know, because when you're in the system so much, you think that like the judge, the prosecuting attorney, they don't really care about you. They don't
Yes.
care about you as a person. They don't.
because you don't know who they are, right?
Yes, they're just somebody who's out to get you.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
whenever we started to have that connection, it was so powerful because it was breaking down like the things that they had in their mind. They thought this about an addict, like, no, this person's never
Yes.
going to get it together. And I would think, oh, this person is never going to really care about me.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
we were breaking down those boundaries, and it was really a beautiful thing.
So for me, where I got to understand what you just said was the day that judge told you when you didn't know if you were ready to have your children or not, and the judge is like, "We will be there if you go this way or this way.
Whatever you choose, yeah.
We're there for you."
Yes.
And that was my second deal, and I knew that I could trust them.
Yes, that was powerful.
Building that trust between both sides was amazing.
It really was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still don't have a whole lot of time, so we're gonna go to Ian. And thank you, Kay. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. So basically, for Ian, he was not a participant, but he participated, and they call it the
Honorary volunteer.
honorary volunteer. And what was treatment court for you in the beginning?
For me, treatment court in the beginning was a test. It was a test of who I was as a person. Where I was at in my life was not a good place. I had an amazing woman in my life. She was in the situation she was in as a direct result of me and my choices. So I felt like she was there because more or less I put her there. Even though she made the decision to relapse with me when she was on probation, it was still, I was the root of the problem. They didn't say Kaleigh had a drug problem, that Kaleigh had an Ian problem, and that was me. And for me, it was, you either do this or you leave her alone and let her live her life the way she wants to live it, because it'll involve recovery and God. And I thought, well, I can rise to this occasion, I can do it, I just have to put in the work. So they allowed me to go to treatment, and when I got out of treatment, I just hit both feet running, man. Hit the ground, both feet running. That was it.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go to the next question. What was the hardest thing for you to overcome in the process?
For me, the hardest part for me to overcome was trailblazing, because everyone was against me in the beginning. There were so many different levels of people that didn't believe Kaleigh about me.
I didn't believe it.
No.
When I first seen you, I didn't believe it. I was like, oh crap. You know, this guy's gonna take her down.
And there was times where I almost gave up just so it would be easier for her, because I knew I could do it, but people were so convinced and so, sure that, oh, I'm just dead weight. She just needs to cut me loose. That's okay. I didn't do the best in the beginning, but when I came back from treatment, I was a different person. I found God while I was in treatment. A God of my understanding. I developed a relationship with him when I came back. And to be honest with you, the hardest part for me was feeling alone, because I was not a member of treatment court. I didn't have the team backing me up, or at least in the beginning, first 4 to 6 months, I didn't feel that way at all. I felt like it was me against the world, and I didn't have anyone helping me. But little did I know, I thought I was just a project for these people. I thought, he's going to fail, he's not going to do it, and we get to tell Kaleigh,